Today is Friday, the 12th of June, and we are reading from day 163 of the Book of Mysteries by Jonathan Cahn. Day 163, The Appointed. We were sitting outside, not far from the well. The teacher was reading a passage out of one of the scrolls. Some of them also were appointed over the vessels and over all the instruments of the sanctuary. It's speaking of the Levites, those appointed by God as his ministers in the temple of Jerusalem, ordained for the fulfilling of sacred purposes. Now, Jonah was a prophet called by God to give a message to Nineveh, but he ran away from his calling. God caused a large fish to swallow him and carry him back to the shore. Then he caused a leafy plant to grow and give Jonah shade, then a worm to eat the plant, and then a desert wind to blow from the east. Only after all these things took place was Jonah able to know the heart of God. I'm not really getting it, I said. First you spoke of the Levites as the ministers of God, and now you're speaking of worms and fish. I'm sorry, but I don't get the connection. In the book of Jonah, he said, in the original language, it doesn't say God caused a fish to swallow Jonah. It says that God appointed the fish to swallow Jonah. It's the same Hebrew word used of God appointing the Levites to minister in his sanctuary. And the plant, the same word. God appointed the plant, and God appointed the worm, and God appointed the east wind. The same word used of God's appointing the Levites, his holy ministers, is used of the fish, the plant, the worm, and the wind. You see, they too were holy ministers, equally appointed to accomplish the purposes of God and bring his prophet to the appointed place. I just never thought of a worm as a... No, said the teacher. And you probably never thought of your problems as appointed ministers either. But for the child of God, everything, the good, the bad, the joys, the sorrows, the problems, the victories and defeats, the wounds, the rejections, the losses, the past, the worms and the winds, all things are appointed. In fact, each is an appointed minister ordained to bring about God's purposes, God's blessings, God's calling and destiny in your life. So, be blessed. For in the end, what you thought were your problems were actually holy ministers appointed to bring you to the appointed fulfillment of God's calling on your life. The mission. Today, see your problems and challenges in a new way, as God's appointed ministers to bring you to the place of his will and destiny. And we are reading from 1 Corinthians 9, verse 28, Jonah 1, verse 17, and chapter 4, verses 6 through 8, Psalm 139, verse 16, and 2 Thessalonians 1, verse 11. May the grace and peace of God be with you.